results in the Europa League and the Premier League have been very, very different. Are the players able to kind of separate the momentum of those two competitions? Because presumably you're going to have to rest players again on Sunday. It may affect the result, but then you've got to kind of go again on Thursday. Are they able to separate these two competitions now?
In this moment, it's hard. It's hard to separate. We know that we have always a responsibility, but in this moment we have to take a risk. And there are some positions that we don't have more players. For example, Mazraoui cannot play. He's in the limit to get an injury. So we are going to deal with that and prepare a game against a team that they won today. Is in the great moment. And we have always a responsibility to perform. We have always a responsibility of the result. But in this moment, we have to be clear. Our focus is more on saving players and trying to be competitive. It's not a good thing to say, but we need to understand the context.
Just on Ahmed Diop, obviously came on for the last 10 minutes tonight. How important do you think he could be for the rest of the season? And what's it been like managing him when he's been injured? Because he's obviously wants to be playing and he was in such good form before he got injured.
Yeah, it was really tough on us because in that moment he was the player that created all the situations and then pass a little bit for Bruno. So lose a player like that in that moment with a lot of games was really hard for us, and especially for Ahmad, because he was living a good moment. But now he's returning. You can feel that he is not so explosive in the moment, but he's a player with a characteristic left foot, different from Garnacho, that has 1-against-1. And we don't have many players to do that, so it's massive for us, and he's one more options to play.
Hi, Ruben. With you brought an expanded squad out ahead of training tomorrow. You've played some of the kids before. You plan to heavily rotate. I know you mentioned Nusair there. What's the thought process heading into this?
The first thing is that the players that are in risk to get injury will not play, no matter what. We need to take a risk in that. And then we are going to assess tomorrow and the next day who are the best players to start the game. Then we have to be careful because we are Manchester United and we cannot go to a game without thinking we can win this game. So the process is going to be like that. It's going to be tough, but we passed so many things this year. There's one more. Let's see.
Ruben, you said in March that you were learning how to use Casemiro more and more, and you really depended on him in this Europa League run. What have you learned so far using him, and is he someone you hope to work with going forward long term as well?
I think he's doing. He improved a lot also, and you can see not the way he plays, but the way he runs, and you can see it. We have the data to show he worked really, really hard. He's a very good example, but he was not playing. Even Toby sometimes was playing in front of him, and now it's hard to take Casemiro. So it's a lesson for all the players in Manchester United. No matter what is the past or the last month, everything can change in one moment. Then we understood that he cannot jump all the time pressing high. We need to let him to understand, and sometimes it's better to put 3 defenders and let him to be the 4th defender and put the wing-backs pressing high. So these small things we are understanding, trying to cope with all the characteristics of the team. So, but the credit is for Casemiro.
Last question, Dave. Hi, Ruben. You spoke just then about the difficulties the players face in switching between the Premier League and Europa League. But for you as a coach, what is the biggest difficulty for you, the biggest challenge, managing different competitions, one week to the next, knowing in the Premier League that you haven't really got anything to play for?
The hardest part is for the players. Some players understand that if you play on Sunday, you can play Thursday. That is the first point. It doesn't matter. Then we have to show the importance of every game in Manchester United. Then every position that we have in Premier League, you win more money. So that's important. Then you fighting for your proud. Of course, we don't have nothing to fight. We have this second leg really important for us. We know that, but we need to be competitive in every game. Thank you. Thank you.